Hello and welcome to your practice again. My name is Lizette and today we're going to be working in flying crow or Eka Pada Bakasana. So please go ahead and make sure you warm up your wrists before you come into the mat to start this practice because we're going to be on the hands a lot. So you want to be warm and ready to start rocking your crow. And this posture, it's beautiful posture. It's very difficult, or at least it was a very difficult posture for me. So don't feel bad if it doesn't happen for you today. Remember that it's a process and we're going to work towards it, and you will get there. It just takes time and practice. So you can have a block close to you if you want to use it during the practice, if you want to bring the feet into the block. So if you're doing crow posture with a block under your feet, keep the block close to you because then you're going to need it for this one too. And we're going to start this one right away. So feel free to warm up more at home. If you want to go and look back at crow first and then come to this day, do it. If you want to practice the regular crow first. And today we're going to be using the crow shape that we used in the first video. That is with the arms bent and knees behind the elbows. So we're going to come to this balance point where the knees come just behind the elbows, instead of keeping the arms straight. So forget about arms straight and forget about bringing the knees higher. We're going to go for knees behind the elbows. And once you feel very comfortable in this position, then you can start thinking about going higher with the knee on the tricep to fly your crow. But if you are not there yet, then think and remember is we're going to use knees behind the elbows for this one. So we're going to take a first look. We're going to take a look at regular crow with knees behind the elbows, and then we're going to start flying it, okay? So come to your hands and your knees. Keep the block close to you if you need it to bring your feet higher, closer to you. Bring your hands to the floor. Come to your toes. Big toes are touching. Now bring your hands to the floor, wherever it feels comfortable for you. Remember that I guide you in this practice, but you can always modify and you will find what works better for you. We all have different bodies, so what works for me might not work for you, but I give you the guidance, and then from there you can take a step forward or back, okay? So bring your hands just a little bit in front of you, or whatever they work for you. I like to bring them just kind of underneath my elbows. Bring your knees to the back of your elbows. Pull a little bit forward. Focus forward. Remember, don't look straight down. Look a little bit forward. Stomach in, round the spine. Lift one foot off the floor, and then the other one. Hook the feet in, close to your bum. Keep the breath. Balance, and lower your feet down. Now you can practice this a few times if you need to. So remember, we're going to keep the knees close to the elbows before even thinking about going forward. So we're going to try one more time. This time we're going to work and see if we can lift one knee off the elbow to just flow that knee closer to the other one. I'm just going to change my angle a little bit. So you can look first and then you can try it at home if you want. So again, hands to the floor. The knees come behind the elbows. We roll a little bit forward. Lift the foot off the floor. Find a balance. Focus one spot and then start lifting the right knee. Bring it over towards the left side. Balance and breathe. And lower your feet down to the floor. Did you see what I mean? So before we actually start thinking about flying the leg back, we're going to see if we have the strength to bring one knee off the elbow and bring it in closer to the other knee. Okay, so we're going to try it on the other side. It's good to try both sides. Then you will see which one is stronger for you. And even when you find your strong side, don't stay there. Don't just practice your strong side, because then we get very, very, very different in one side of the body than the other one. So always try to use both sides. Even if one doesn't want to cooperate, do both. Okay, so I'm going to move to this side. This time I'm going to lift the left knee, bring it closer to the right one. And let's see if it works. You know, I might fall. That's okay. We can all fall and try again. So hands to the floor, come high on the toes, knees go behind the elbows. Look a little bit forward, find the balance. Lift the feet off the floor, and then see if you can lift the left knee and bring it over towards the right side. Give a breath, and lower the feet. Good. I think that side is a little bit harder for me. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I will see. Okay, you can actually practice this a few times and see how it feels. You know, if you feel very shaky, if you can lift the knee, but you fall right away, then keep working on this. It's a very way to strengthen your core and your crow and your posture. So you can always keep working on this step, just lifting one knee, lifting the other one, changing, using your both sides. And then once you feel stable there, that you can actually bring the knee closer to the other one and stay there and breathe and balance and stay in the posture. Then you can start thinking about lifting the leg back. Now what can happen is that once you start flying that right leg or left leg back, you eventually might just out of the nowhere lose the balance. So remember that that leg can go to the floor immediately to give you balance before you crash on the floor. And if you crash on the floor, just move your head a little bit so you don't hit so hard. But let's try it, okay? So once again, hands to the floor. Now remember that if you can lift the knee off the elbow, it doesn't mean that you have to straighten the leg all the way back. You can work your way out and back until the leg is straight. So maybe today you just lift it halfway. That's perfectly fine. Okay, we'll see where we go. So once again, hands to the floor. Bring your knees to the back of your elbows. Lean a little bit forward. Find the balance. Lift one foot off the floor. There we go. And the other one. And then lift one leg. Slowly. See if you can bring it back. See if you can bring it back to the elbow. And lower down. I was very close to lose it there in the end. I don't know if you noticed it. But yeah, you can stretch it back. You can try to bring it back towards the elbow. Maybe it happens, maybe not. It looks nicer in a way, but if it goes straight down to the floor, that's okay too. I have fallen so many times out of this one, I cannot begin telling you how many. But it's actually starting to happen for me now. It's not that it's very, very stable. But we work on it, right? We're going to work the other side. I'm just going to change sides so you can see it a little bit better. And I think this is my weaker side. So you will see how it goes. Remember, if you're flying it back and you lose the balance all of a sudden, lower that leg as soon as possible. Good. So hands go to the floor. A little bit forward, come high on the toes, find the balance behind the elbows. There we go. Lift the feet off the floor. Find the balance, and then slowly lift it up. There, this is my weakest side for sure. And then you see how I did? I was going to lose the balance, so I just stepped back away from the posture. Now we try it again, right? One side and then the other one. Why not? I'm going to start facing this way, and we're going to try again. Lifting, I'm going to try to lift the right leg back, just balancing on my left knee. So away we go, here we go. Hands to the floor, lean forward, find the balance, lift the feet, lift that right leg up. It worked? Good. We try the other side. I'm going to stay facing this way. So now we go to fly the left leg back. So are you ready? I'm ready. Hands to the floor. Come forward. Shift a little bit forward. Knees to the back of the elbows. Lift one foot and then the other one. Transfer the body weight. It went a little bit better this time. See? It's just about practice. Good. How do you feel? I find this posture it's challenging, but I find it rewarding. It's a beautiful posture. It's a really true strength in a way, you know. It takes strength, balance, a little bit of flexibility to stretch that leg back, but it's how can I say it? Beyond beautiful and challenging, it's a way to trust yourself, you know? It's not easy to start lifting that leg back because you might feel like you're gonna fall all the time. So you have to trust yourself to fly that leg. I hope it really worked for you. Whatever you are, remember, it takes time and practice. So don't worry if it didn't happen today. For sure it didn't happen for me on my first 100 tries. So it's gonna take time, but eventually you will get there. With good work and dedication, you will find a way to do it. Now, if you feel that you want to stretch your wrists, go ahead and do it. Relieve some pressure of the hands, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining. Namaste.